2020 is finally over, and what a year it has been. Here are the top 5 reasons 2020 has been the worst year ever. Dear Victorians, if you like this video, I request that you like and subscribe. Let's get into this. Number 5. Too many disasters. 2020 has been the year of the disaster, and apart from the obvious one, there have been others, from the Great Australian bushfires to the riots in the United States, and from there to the massive explosion, which was world record breaking for all the wrong reasons in Beirut, Lebanon. 2020 has been full of disasters, and all you have to do is add the election of 2020, and you have both man-made and natural disasters, just making this one hell of a year, and one you do not want to remember. Number 4. No movies. Due to another big reason, there have been hardly any movies released this year, or they've been delayed, or they've been released on Netflix or one of those equivalents, which dirties the film industry and means we are less likely to get bigger films in the future. An example of this is Wonder Woman, and also Dune. Dune was due for a big release, but has now been delayed so many times, and the director does not know if there even will be a sequel. On top of that, you have movies like Top Gun as well, and the latest James Bond, No Time to Die. If these movies can't do well at the cinemas, they're not going to pay for themselves, even if they're released on Netflix or any of the equivalents. So, this may be the year which caused the death of the movie, or the beginning of the end. Number 3. Too many young deaths. This year there have been plenty of celebrity deaths. I'm only going to touch a few which have been predominantly the younger people. From the tragedy of Naya Rivera, who drowned and her son was left out, to Chad Boseman, who was the star of the Black Panther movie, the peak of his career, and then to be taken so tragically, and none of us even knew for the longest time, even though there were signs. We also have John Travolta's wife and the lady from Game of Thrones, Olenna Tyrell. Finally, to top it all off, I know he is young, but we also have the infamous James Bond, Sean Connery. No one can replace him. There have been plenty more, but this year's celebrity deaths have hit particularly hard. Saving the worst for last is Kobe Bryant, and the tragic death of him and his daughter Gianna. They were going on a helicopter ride and to be taken so young, and before the rest of the mess this year. It's just a tragic way, and all the deaths in this year will never be forgotten. Number 2. China. China has shown its true colours this year, and not for the better. From the weaker concentration camps to the way they're treating inner Mongolians, and the way they treat the people of Hong Kong who just want freedom. China could have stopped a lot of the madness this year, and they chose not to, even when they knew. And their power only grows, making for a sombre reality and perhaps a marking point in history in the year 2020. And finally, number 1. COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Need I say more? The virus which has shut down the world, stopped travel, crushed dreams and killed countless, almost 2 million as it stands right now. It has completely changed history forever and was almost seen as the catalyst which begun the reign of terror which was 2020. Hopefully the worst is behind us, but there is still a long way to go, with a lot of vaccines around, a lot of misinformation, a lot of mistrust, a lot of bad parties. We may never see the full return to normal. But luckily, 2020 is over, and hopefully 2021 will be a bright turning point for the future. Dear Victorians, thank you for watching this video. I humbly request that you like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw. Stay safe and have a great 2021.